one, hello all. How are we doing on this fine evening? Welcome once again to Blaine's Escape Corner, the largest nightly stream featuring your favorite anime, video games, and of course me, because if there wasn't something about me, I don't know why you'd all be here. That would be that'd be insane if you're like, I don't know about this guy. Let's just keep watching every night. You're one of those strange ones. 2 minutes late, how unbecoming of a channel with 173 subs. You're right, I have to wait until I'm a channel of 173,000 subs before I'm allowed to be even a minute late. I understand, and I take full responsibility for everything. Can I? All right, there we go. Now I've got my feedback to know if I'm clipping. Don't clippity clip the mic. All right, a bit of a throwback episode, even though I'm experimenting with some new tech. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna keep with it because it makes it so that I don't have my little visual monitor to keep an eye on to make sure like how the frame is working and everything. So I've got to look elsewhere for that. But I can I do this? Whoop, whoop. Oh, there's the background. You can see it now. And there's me. And I didn't have to get up and lean forward and do all that other hoobity doobity doo 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 doo. I can just poke screen buttons on my telefono. No, go back. You want to see the background again? Anything specific? Something back there you're seeing you're interested? Is a Grookey? A sushi? Another sushi? Mystery machine? The bean dogs? Unicorn? I've showed unicorn before. This is an Ouya. This is proof that I make mistakes right here. Right here, Ouya. I backed the Ouya. So people even know what that means. The weirdly squishy mystery machine. Okay. It's a plushie. It's plushy. Squishy potato. Very silly. Not an Ouya. An Ouya. There's one reason I keep this on my shelf. Two reasons I keep this, but one reason I keep it on my shelf. To remind you always when you're like, hey, that seems like a really good idea. I'm quite interested in that. Step back. Step back and think. Is this good? Is this actually going to be something I should put my money towards? Is this something that I should actually be interested in? That's what the Ouya reminds me of every time I look at it. Take a second, think things through. On the plus side, I have an HDMI powered Raspberry for a lot less than an HDMI powered Raspberry would have cost me at the time. And there is a whole kit, a whole online kit, if I ever actually get off my ass and get around to it, where I can just load this up as my my mainframe basically for all my retro games. So I can run USB controllers on it. I can run basically anything up to like N64 off of this little box. So that's why the reason I keep it, but the reason it stays out is just as a reminder. Thought I was gonna bomb from jump. I liked the there was an archery game on it that was really fun. Like, it was very easy to program for. That was the beauty of it. And a lot of the games that were popular are, you know, they made the transitions, right? Because it's all about games with most consoles at the end of the day. Ouya came out when Michael was 7. Is that when I got my Ouya? Hold on, I can go. Let's go back in time. Let's actually see if I have my Ouya. Ouya. Oh, that was my issue. It wasn't even the just the lack of games. I actually was having issues with the whole thing just not working. If I played anything other than something called Curves, the game would just completely crash, freeze everything. I'd have to actually plug in a keyboard and do the full reset like hack on it. Alt sys request I. Oh my gosh, which one is even the sys RQ button? Oh, this is taking me back. I remember because I was in this apartment at the time. And I had been all clever and like wired up all my wires to go across the ceiling instead of like across the floor. It was all nifty. My Ouya arrived in 2013. I got it May of 2013 with an extra controller. Ah, that was a time. Ouya, I think I saw a video of a guy pissing on one. That seems drastic. Why would... What is this? Medal of Duty? $60 for a game? Wait, hold on. I'm sending this to the wrong... What? Oh, man. Oh, it was funny. I was always expecting it to be like the mobile game store. And it was kind of that. It was kind of that. PS3 has no games? What do you mean PS3 has no games? PS3 had Fallout 3. PS3 had Resistance 3. If it had a 3 in it, it was on the PS3. That's just how the world worked at the time. And we all enjoyed it.
This week I will film myself pissing on the Ouya.
Imagine if you could press a button and reset an entire industry.
Why does he piss on the Ouya? Oh, man. Blaine doesn't know the PS3 meme. God, why? There are 1,000 memes. How am I supposed to know every meme? PS3 meme. Know your meme. Come on. PS3 has... Alright, here we are. PS3 has no games. Part of a series on PlayStation. Oh, added 12 years ago. About. That was a well-known one. Well-known to you, child! I'll teach you what I know and don't know, and you'll teach me what you know and don't know. All about hentai diffusion. That's what I'm about to teach you all about. PS3 has no games is a phrase commonly used by bloggers or forum members to critique what they consider to be a lack of games available for Sony PS3. The topic is often brought up during console-related discussions to incite arguments between advocates and critics of the system. Origin. PS3 was a GOM console. Spread. September 2007, the earliest known mention It's a '07 meme. Jeez. You know what I was doing in '07? High school stuff. I don't know. There's a 4chan meme. That's the problem. Anytime I go to 4chan, they just tell me I should do a live Minecraft cam. And then it just ends there. I'm like, all right, you guys are all still the same. Cool, I'll move on. Blaine still laughs at Rage comics? No. No, I don't. Those silly pseudo-fresh French things. Wrench crazy how that works. Blaine probably still laughs at Rage Comics. I think they tried reviving the meme with PS5 has no games. Not a strong launch. Not a strong launch. But, you know, all I need on the PS5 is the updated version of Ghost of Tsushima, which is amazing, which I will grant you is a PS4 game, but they really made it play a lot smoother on the PS5. And then Gran Turismo 7. Like, anything else I get for PS5, I don't really need it. But Gran Turismo 7, give me that game. I love that game. It's got its issues. It's really, really a rough one when it comes to getting new cars. But there's a couple times where they've broken the game and it's like, woohoo, we can get all the money again. And you just get all the money. Thought you could fake being modded because I'm colorblind. Joke's on you, because when you come across from a bot, it uses a different style of wrench. In YouTube chat, because on the restream chat, it doesn't show whether or not someone's a wrenched individual. So if there's a wrench in the chat, it's obvious. Have we gone through the spoiler section of today's shows yet? We have not! We've only just begun. We haven't even gotten to the compi. So, with that, I will get us to the compi. Strawberry lemonade armor, body armor light for today. We're running electrolytes to revitalize the system. Compi, everyone. All these canned pies. What are you gonna do with all them canned pies? Alrighty, let's put this up, I guess, since we're getting to the review section of the day, because you know I watched like 4 episodes over the weekend, like an entire weekend. But I was like, let's watch some anime. I watched like 6 episodes today, and I got a bunch of plan work done. So, go me. Housing Complex C? No, I'm not watching that. You guys all say it sucks. I'll wait on that. I don't need to go see that. Y'all said it's no good, so I'm not gonna watch it just yet. We'll get to it eventually, all right? Foo Hotel. We got More Than a Married Couple, But Not Lovers running its 3rd episode. We got our classic anime Virgin Chad trope where he's like, no, you're too pure for that. I need to be good to you. And then they sort of relearn that they need to work together for grades, I guess, now, because I guess working together for the other person is kind of like, we'll get to it. But they're like, you know what? We should be nice to each other. That'd be nice. You'll do a comprehensive breakdown of the entire show if you don't watch it by Saturday? Well, that sounds like a fun, Saturday? Why Saturday? I don't stream Saturday. You can do whatever you want on Saturday, bro. It makes so sense. LOL. It does make such sense. Wow, crazy that. What show are we talking about? Foo Hotel, More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. What's going on, Pop? Had to dip your tool talk, but you know why? Because I had to start here. You just There's a lot of tools out there. I didn't have time to listen to all the tools. I think I left at drill presses, CNCs and drill presses. Saturday being the deadline makes as much sense as the show does. Okay. Anyway, back to the show. I'm actually more curious in this episode what the changes are that occurred between Sakurazaki or whatever her name is and Tenjin. Like, how did they go from last to first? More so than because we got to see why the couple we're following went from pretty far up there to 0 points. We got to see that. We got to experience that. We know what happened there, and I'm curious. I want to know: are we gonna get some side story in this? Are we gonna get some different arcs where we can see what's going on in their area, or is that the plan? We're just gonna have some sort of whole side series where it is all from the other apartment side. How about that? How about that? By the way, in retrospect, my least favorite character had to kill himself. Like, there's 0 chance the villains got to him. Your least favorite character had to Minecraft. The villains got to him. I don't know who your least favorite character is. Your brain is about as close to the people in Fufu Hotel, so it's hard for me to track with like your decision making process. There's no other way for him to have died in the show. Got it. All right. Well, let's skip that one for now. Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War is just more bombacitude. It is what's next? My power is wings. I'm an angel boy. Oh, well, our power is group fire pillars. We're coming to get you, soul people. Just a whole lot of excitement. Just a lot of very good excitement. Like, if there wasn't so much back character, if that's true, then you hate me. Do you hate me, Michael? Do you hate me? Say it. Just say it. It's okay. He's a kid. His opinions don't matter, and you haven't figured that out yet. Yeah, it's just now people are like tearing away, like stuff's just happening, and you're like, yeah, stuff's happening. This is flashy and crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen next, and so you just sort of have to take it one step at a time with like, yeah, okay, that happened now. What are we doing? Oh, that happened now. Cool. Oh, that was pretty cool. Oh, that was pretty cool. Anyway, it's nice to be current. I think that's what is like the most fun part about Bleach being back is that it's like there's not more Bleach waiting for me to watch. It's just I'm there at Bleach. I don't need to like have to hunt down future episodes or next episodes or anything like that. It's just, oh wow, that was interesting. Oh, I'm excited to see this or that. I am interested to see like the Quincy powers though. Like that seems like a really unique power scaling thing because they used to all just be arrow people, but now they're more than that. And I'm like, okay, cool. How do we go beyond arrows? I'm excited for this. People on Twitter tried to lecture me today. Really dumb that they didn't get the joke. Hey, the way I see it, sometimes you get to be the way that someone else can fulfill their superiority complex. That just gets to occur sometimes. Like when I was in marketing, for sales and stuff, if you misspelled a word in your advertisement, and you had a bunch of people commenting, you should have spelled it like this. It's spelled like this. It's spelled like this. You should have spelled it like this. You got a bunch of engagement on that post, for one. And number two, you just got a bunch of people to feel like they're super smart. And you're like, yeah, you know what? I helped the world today a little bit. And what does it cost you? A stupid little spelling error? Who cares? Sometimes you just get to make other people feel good about themselves. So that's the way I look at those things. Quincy powers are literal nonsense. It's all made up. Like, it's all a story. I'm just curious how it, like, I figured out how to bend the bowstrings into a shield. You know, I love the, like, let's make up how this works kind of stuff. I think that's always funny to see how a artist or a creator of the world is going to, like, try to put stuff together such that it, like, tries to make sense within the bounds of what they've created as far as powers and everything. So very, very fun, very interesting. I have now seen the first 2 episodes of Beast Tamer. Dubbed. Oh, I'm gonna have to mute that. I'll have to mute that. Hopefully no one could hear that phone going off, because if you didn't, then I'm not gonna mute it. But if you did, then who knows? Okay, but Quincy powers are actually stupid. There's a fight you could bring up, but you wouldn't believe you. I mean, that's not really, whether or not it's stupid isn't really what I'm saying. I just like seeing the creativity of coming up with these plans and things, right? Like if you like, I've got cousins that are really young, like little kids, and they come up and they have like the craziest stories sometimes. They make stuff up that's just absolute nonsense. But they've concocted this entire story and world in their head, and they have like an internal consistency with it. And it's just like, wow, that's fascinating. So I don't really care. I don't really care if the Quincy powers are stupid. Let's be fair, right? JoJo's first series, like the original series powers, are based off of sun breathing, sunlight breath, basically. like that's dumb, but it's executed in a very fun way. So the thing I'm looking for is just like, how do we take this idea and see where it goes? So, of course, you didn't hear the weeb tone. Perfect. Stupid anime, impossible. Sun breathing is the funnest concept ever. But you hate Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer is all breathing. I don't know. Sun breathing is the funnest concept. Demon Slayer is the stupidest thing ever. Oh man. Anyway, back to what I've seen. Beast Tamer. All right. As a show, boom. I like that it's fantasy. We're working off of this classic trope of guy leaving the hero party and turning out to have a bunch of like superpowers beyond what people normally would have in his class. It's very kind of paint by numbers, with the one number that feels different is that every time, well, has it been every time? I feel like it's every time that the cat spirit is like, whoa, you can do that? Whoa, you can do that? I didn't, like, that's not supposed to be able to happen with Beast Tamers. Every time the Rain Beast Tamer boy is like, all of my family back home, it's super common. When I grew up, that was super common. In my village, it's super common. So, like, we're led to believe that there's this, like, Beast Tamer village where everybody tames beasts and insects and stuff that is, like, super powered compared to every other beast tamer in the world, and nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about a village of beast tamers that apparently can all tame multiple animals, and it's totally normal. Or they can tame bugs and animals, and it's totally normal. So I'm like, why is this guy seemingly from Beast Tamer Power Village, and even this other Beast Tamer that we talked to, we have no, like, they have no idea about any of this. Like, that's impossible. It's like, what? Why is this? So I've got a mystery to solve here. So I'm in for the mystery solve. The show itself is kind of cute. We're gonna talk about the dub. Is she British or something? Why are you talking like that? No, she's not British. I just thought it was a voice that I could do off the fly. Sometimes the voice comes out of my mouth before I know which one I chose to use. So that's just what she gets. She's not British though. The dub in Beast Tamer feels like everyone involved is just trying to get it done and move on to watch the next thing. The line reads for all of the like headcanon narration of Rain, like the main guy, it sounds like the first reading. It's like, oh, I've never seen a cat spirit before. Cat spirits are supposed to be super rare spirits that nobody's ever seen before. And then the director was like, good, and just hit like good to go on that take. And it's like, what? But then like the background characters, like there's this dude with like a mustache who he's like standing there helping him out. And then the beast tamer takes out like a really strong monster. And the guy with the mustache is like, oh damn. And it's like a really good, like, that's exactly what you would say in that moment with like the real guttural inference of it. So there's all these side characters in the show that are getting like really fun quippy lines, or you can hear the emotion in their voice. But then our main characters, it's like, did they not do a second take? Did they not go through it like, all right, now do it again, but this time I want to hear you be like, I want wonder in your voice. I want you to actually be like, I can't believe that I'm like, how did I destroy this table? Because he's like, I destroyed a table. And it's like, yeah, you did. All right, now be excited about the fact that that happened, or scared about the fact that that happened. Like it's like the first cold read, and I don't know if they had to like move on to the next meeting. They really had to poop and get out of there. Like, I don't know what caused these to be the lines, but like our main two characters feel very much like half of their lines are just the initial read that they did, as opposed to like an actual follow-up where it sounds better, sounds cooler. Beast Tamer's pretty disappointing. Beast Tamer's super shitty. I wouldn't care either. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably watch a little more of it, just to see if they can turn it around. But this was one of the ones that I coin flipped into watching the dub of it. So I will continue. I will continue on that one. Next episode, number 5, seems like it's worth 5 minutes. Everyone knows more about beast taming than the actual guy does. Everyone knows more about what beast taming is supposed to be than the guy does. 66. Everybody is like, beast tamers shouldn't be able to do this. Beast tamers can only do this. And he's like, my village back home, we can all do this. And it's like, that's cool, dude. Like, apparently you're special. Very strange. The reason for the mystery village not being known is super stupid, revealed in episode 4. All right, cool. Then I don't have to watch much to get the reveal for the mystery that I have. So that's good. Number two dubbed anime that I am watching this season, Blue Lock. Why is it called Blue Lock? Is this something I don't understand because I don't follow kickball sport? Does this make sense to somebody else? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. The other thing that doesn't make any sense about Blue Lock is they're like, we've built a Blue Lock facility, and they show like the little like Pentagon styled facility that they've designed and developed. And then they're like, they show the physical building, and it's just this giant blue pentagon that says Blue Lock on like over half the size of the building. Like, it's this like massive beacon that we're gonna broadcast to the world. Like, look at our Blue Lock building. Those two things, very fun. Dub in this one, this is final take dubbing. This is, we read the line, you hit me with what you think it is, I told you to use a different emotion, and now we're gonna hit it that fourth time and really give it all we got. Really quite fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the dub voice cast. Everybody sort of matches the vibe of their character. The creepy guy who like runs the thing, like very much so works there as well. So I'm very, very happy with that one. It just looks like a lock. I mean, it just looks like a lock. It's a giant blue pentagon. Has Blue Lock shown the players exaggerated an injury? Not yet, but they haven't been on the field yet very much. Oh. Shinobi no Itoki. Is splitting. The best parts now of Shinobi no Itoki are following Uncle Ninja around doing Uncle Ninja espionage stuff, and then we keep jumping back to the school to like see how our Shinobi in training is like not good at what he's doing, and it's like, don't show me not good ninja, show me more badass ninja. Give me more of these. Give me more of the guy who throws out two tiny drone shuriken that fly in front of cameras, and he just runs by so that the people watching the camera just sort of like blinks like a bird flew in front of it because the drone is blocking the camera, and he sprints past in the blink of the camera. Give me more of that. That was so much fun. I loved that entire scene. I love all the side stuff with the super Uncle Ninja. Really, really quite fun. Quite enjoyed that one. All right. Next one's Chainsaw Man. But I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm gonna go take a quick shit. That's right. I'm gonna go take a quick shit. Hey, I'm gonna put you guys on the hold screen. I'm gonna put on some music for you, and I'll be back. Where's my music? Let's play some music for everybody. Boo-doo, boo-doo. Dragon Race. Oh, funny. What is this? Is that good? Everybody can hear that? All right. I'm back. I got the red background. You all know the time it is. What have I missed? Chainsaw Man is amazing. Move on. You're a sheep. Move on. Follower. Comment to the chat. Guys. Americans love to do it too. I'm just looking at you, LeBitch James, the king of flops. Chainsaw Man is overhyped and overrated. Yes, that's true. How could it not be? It was hyped so much. Get minor injuries, sit out a few games, get paid for it. Chainsaw Man is great. Congratulations, young one. You believe that. Bite your tongue, Pops. Chainsaw Man is everything it's supposed to be. In fact, it's a 1-to-1, means the later episodes are going to be amazing. Ooh. Ooh. I'm glad the Blaine started to hate Ikiti arc is beginning. Could you at least say names properly so I know what you're talking about? It's mid at best. You'll die on the hill for Chainsaw Man. Ugh. Well, you know what? I'm not going to. I'm not gonna be the one to pull the trigger. Well, that's your choice. The Blader is back. The contrarian virus is spreading. Damn you, Southpaw. Let's just say I've been around a little bit, so I've seen a few things. So when I see something like Chainsaw Man, when I read something like Chainsaw Man, I read some more today. It's a whole lot of and so it's just not like, if that excites you, if this is like your entrance to like deep sorrowful shows that feature interesting monsters and devils, cool. You know what? All I have to say is there's other good shows out there that you're going to enjoy. Potentially even more. Congratulations. Salty Texas C, look at this gangster. Look at you, gangster. Do you have a Woo Wednesday coming up? I always love listening in on those, even if I don't make it live. All those old unexplained mystery shows used to be things that I just watched all the time with my parents. I love cryptozoology best, like Bigfoots and all those weird monsters and stuff. I've seen a few things. Coombs for Ninja Show. You reach a point in your anime watching career when you're like, I've seen all this. I've already seen the greatest anime of all time. It's true. It's a fact. So, when you've already had the greatest of all time, do you want a bunch of stuff that's trying so hard to be great that it ends up being meh? Or would you rather see something that's just fun? Something that's just silly, something that's just enjoyable, something that just makes you go, helps you relax a little bit because you had a rough day. Naruto is deep. Naruto pretty. Naruto couldn't stick the landing. You guys don't know? You've not heard the greatest anime? Think about it. Think about it. You'll figure it out. Berserk. I said anime, not story. Berserk is the greatest manga to date. King of the Hill. Funny meme. Urusei Yatsura. Nope. This is, maybe it's been a while since I've talked about this. Maybe my channel was even itty bittier than it is today. Back when I was discussing the greatest show of all time. Neon Genesis Evangelion. The original series, followed by the end of Evangelion movie. The greatest anime of all time. Full stop. You're eating gonna type that. I was gonna say, you, Serranos, and trying to think who. Maybe if E-Class was in chat, they would have been able to pull it out. But let's get into the specifics of this Chainsaw Man episode. Let's get into the dirty. Let's get into the clean. Let's get into the nitties. It is still pert near 1-to-1 with the manga. It is continuing that. Channel 66, you are correct. If you love this manga, you will continue to enjoy this show because this show is your manga done in animation form. However, what you get is a little better than the manga, because scenes as simple as when the bat demon or devil punches at Denji and Denji like dodges it and cuts it. In the manga, that's drawn as a panel. That's just a big fuzzy kind of like shape. And then the next one you see that's like a punch that's coming at Denji. So you have this like series of scenes where you're like, the hell is that supposed to be? And then the next one, it's like, oh, it's an arm that Denji's cutting. In the anime, you see the punch coming, and it's a little more impactful when Denji chops up it. Same thing with Bat Dude's weird cannon mouth. That transformation scene in the manga is just like, oh, all of a sudden he's got an air cannon. Watch out for the blast. Whereas in the anime, they can take a few frames to have him like cough out his like throat so that he can create this like proboscis cannon thing, right? It's improved in those areas where I was like, this is a weirdly drawn series of panels. It doesn't make a lot of sense. In animation, in motion, it makes sense. Big Bat Devil Demon looks really good in the shadows. Looks not as good in the light, which is weird, because in the manga, it was drawn very well as a big fuzzy demon. In this, it has a lot more of like a plastic toy feel to it. So I think they kind of fell short when it came to like making it look like a big fuzzy bat demon. Sure, he had like the ruffle around the collar, and there was some ruffle around like the shoulder and stuff. But they could have gone a little bit deeper. Almost, if they had done like a Studio Dean kind of thing where they just added a bunch more lines, might have been a little bit better for me. But he looked kind of plasticky as he was like running around fighting Chainsaw Man. My standing complaint with the way that Chainsaw Man moves and looks in the chainsaw form, it's just a funky wonky. My eyes don't like it. Not a fan. Also, I've got I hit this weird moment today. And maybe they'll explain this. I started reading the manga again. I'm up to Denji riding the shark demon at the Typhoon Devil and Bomb Devil. So we're on Rodeo Sharks, or whatever the hell you want to call that chapter. But when the bat steals Power's cat, are we to assume that the Bat Devil is more powerful than Power? Or that Power doesn't care? Or that Power wouldn't just go grab some homeless person to bring to the Bat Devil? Because when the Bat Devil takes Power's cat, Nyanko, Power is in there like disheveled, I'm a wild beast form. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. NGE still going to this day. Great episode. I've never seen it. When I hear people hype it up, I get similar vibes to people talking about how great the Beatles are. I would compare it more to what would I compare it more to? I'd almost take it back farther than the Beatles. I'm just trying to think if that would be like the Rat Pack, or like how far back I would take it. Because when it comes to Evangelion, it created so many of the standards and just made them a thing. So it simultaneously was looking at and poking at the idiocy of some things that occur in anime, while at the same time making those ways in which it was poking at the idiocy things that are now pillars of anime today. It is a deep deep story about how people interact with each other more so than it is about the fighting, but the fighting embodies how people interact with each other. It really is kind of a full package story, but I wonder. I'd be curious. I'd be curious if you see it, because I've taken friends who haven't seen a lot of anime and haven't heard about a lot of anime and shown it to them, and they love it. But I have not yet taken someone who's seen a lot of anime but never seen Neon Genesis and had them see it yet. So someone who's experienced the hype, I'd be curious. I'd be curious. I stay away from the rebuilds. The rebuild movies are garbage. They don't follow the same soul as the original. But I am curious. So if you're up to it and you want to watch it, you want to report in, I'd be willing to chat. Ava's good. It's in your top 10. The top of my 10. You are way late. And I thought I was going to be late, but I was only 2 minutes late. That's all right. You came in shortly after the shit break. So we're okay. People have been overhyping things since the dawn of time. Imagine the hype around the wheel or fire. Like there's always going to be overhype. And the question is always just, is the product still good? Right? Like, is it still decent? Because you're going to have, like, I am not a fan of the Apple ecosystem. I think everybody who is in love with it will way overhype it. And it used to be this thing where just everyone was like, Mac, Apple, iPhone. And it was just this super hype thing that people would get into. But the trick is you still had to acknowledge that it was a very simple ecosystem for someone to get into. If you had an iPhone, it connected to your iMac or whatever era of MacBook we were at the time. It connected to your iPad. Everything was very seamless. So it was very easy for people who weren't big into making their computer systems themselves, right? So it serves a function. It serves a purpose. It's good at that. So beyond the hype, you gotta ask yourself: Is it still good? Is it still worth watching? Which is why when Brandon asked me, "Is it overhyped?" The answer is yes. Of course, it's yes. Rodeo Shark. Yep. Power was captured by Makima immediately. She just walks away. So as she walks away from the Bat Devil, Makima captures power, but Makima doesn't kill the Bat Devil. It's very strange. Denji wrote a shark and a typhoon. Did the author rip off Sharknado? Literally, the name of the chapter is Sharknado. Hold right here. Nope. So chapter 49 is called Shark Hurricane, and then chapter 50 is called Sharknado. So yes, he did. I've got so much chat to catch up on, and I only just sat here. So you're playing turn A against another turn A. This dude missed his grab horribly, and then I got him easily and killed him.
Turn A, Gundam.
There you go. She's not as strong as a real devil. Oh, Michael, are you going to take that? Are you going to take that from him? Are you going to take him saying that power is not as strong as a real devil? She killed the sea cucumber devil? That was a real devil? Get your facts straight, 66. You come at me. You better come at me ready to fight. Said get turned and he got angry. Nice. Top damage. So Ava is the 1911 of anime. Yeah, exactly. It really is. It is the the breech locking spring repeater that everybody's just like, that's close enough. We'll just copy that. Because you immediately have stuff like Zaphion, Escaflowne, like that are just basically like, oh, if I just have a sad boy and robots in my show, people will love it. And it's like they don't understand that it's not just sad boys and robots. There's a little bit more to it than that. But nothing will ever beat the king. You don't remember when they explain it, but devil's strength is equal to how much someone is afraid of it. Literally this episode, or chapter 8 or whatever. They're like, if someone if there's a coffee devil, it'd be pretty weak because no one's scared of coffee. But if there's a car devil, he'd be pretty powerful because people are scared of car accidents. And I'm like, yeah, but what about all the people that really like cars? How does that work in this universe? Is it just the fear, or is it a balance of the fear versus the love? Because I'm sure there's people that fear coffee. They have like caffeine addiction problems, or they hate the way it makes them poop, or any number of things could give rise to someone having fear of coffee. They tried it when they were a kid and they thought it was too bitter. Anything. But I don't know. The magic in this universe doesn't make any sense. Ava is the 911 of anime. Probably. Everything was great. And then it came along and we were like, hey, it's not going to get any better than this. And the world exploded. Apple marketing campaign went so hard. Remember the Mac versus PC commercials? All of them. They used to have quality products. Now they're just annoying chain products. The name of late stage capitalism. I don't know. Some economics. Something game. Ava led to the Patriarch. Maybe they had to change an entire episode because it matched the sarin gas attacks in Japan. Pretty popular for 10 seconds, so Sharknado Devil must be powerful. Guy is a movie fan. What? So he likes movies. So he's just going to name every chapter. What's the next chapter going to, like, we're going to get to the Gun Devil and the chapter is just going to be called Dirty Harry. And the next one is just going to be called The Matrix. And the next one's just going to be called Columbine. Like, that's just, we're not going to get any like original thought. It's all just going to be other movies that he's copying and aping to blend into his show, his synthesis, but without any sort of sense of parody. She isn't as strong, like, canonically. I don't know why you put a like in there, but I get it. Power is strong for a fiend. Fiends are weaker than their devil counterparts. Some fiends are stronger than weak devils. Got it. Virus of unknown origin devil. Like, seriously, are we comparing the fear of bats to the fear of a sea cucumber? That's what I don't get. Who fears a sea cucumber enough for there to be a sea cucumber devil, but there isn't a coffee devil? Or Magava's like, oh, it'd be a really weak devil. I don't know. If we're scared of sea cucumbers, maybe we're scared of coffee. What the hell is this universe? It's a balance. It comes out later when people start loving Chainsaw. That's good. Gun Devil chapter might actually be called Dirty Harry. Yeah, I bet. JoJo creator liked music. But, like, does the naming of everybody after bands and stuff actually interfere with the plots? And it's also hilarious. It's called a bizarre adventure. The whole thing is meant to be hilarious. Like, if I took this weird little superpower, we were making fun of sun breathing earlier. If I took this weird little silly power of being able to control small soldiers, how could I use that in a scene to make this function? Like, the whole thing is ridiculous. That's kind of the point. And anyone who's like, no, it's serious, this is an idiot. They don't understand that it's literally called the bizarre adventure for a reason. Gun Devil chapter should be called Lord of War. When is the Ghostbusters chapter? We ain't afraid of no ghosts, which means there's no ghost devils. Have you seen a sea cucumber vomit its internal organs like a prolapsed anus? I have, actually. I did a whale watching tour, and part of the whale watching tour, this was years ago, I was in elementary school, was the whale watching ship just throws a weighted basket off the back of the boat while you're going through the sound, and you just drag up a whole bunch of stuff from the bottom of the sea, and you got a bunch of elementary kids that are like, ooh, sea urchin, ooh, clams, oh, and like we got a sea cucumber, and it was like this, like I was little, so I was like holding it with like two hands, and it like it like spat out its insides, and like it was all goopy and just funky. It felt like felt like a bag of sand. It was a very strange creature, that's for sure. Scared? No. There is a devil of literally everything. Sea cucumber is weak. Do I have to stop lurking and defend my waifu power in chat? You might. You're defending power for who she is, not what she isn't. Oh. Defender from the low T devil known as Blaine. You guys all have a weak goatee devil. That's what you all have. It's coming for you. You're gonna open your door and it's just gonna be this little goatee coming after you. It's like, power is best girl, just not a strong girl. It is hilarious how Dio is stalking a family for no real reason. And everything about Dio is no real reason. Right? Sea cucumbers are just boobs. Yeah, exactly. The Jeffrey Epstein devil. We have sea cucumbers here? They were a Japan thing. No, they're a sea thing. Thus, sea cucumber. The ocean is vast. It's a vast ocean. But yeah, you can actually, you don't even have to go that far. You can just go, you can go out into the Puget Sound and dig up some sea cucumbers if you're out near the islands. You just can't be too close to shore, because you're too close to shore. There's just too much runoff from all the businesses that you don't really get a lot of sea life right there. But you step out onto the shore or into the sound a bit more, you can dig up all kinds of stuff. Smack that like button for your support of Chainsaw Man. If you don't smack that like button, I'm not going to know that you like Chainsaw Man. I'm going to think you don't like Chainsaw Man, or you're non-supportive Chainsaw Man. It's not even that I don't support it. Wait, no, is it the... Yeah, I don't support it. But I don't stop it from existing, and I don't stop you from enjoying it. And now I'm locked into talking about it for the next... What? I got 10 more weeks of this? We got 12 episodes? Yeah, okay. So I've got 10 more episodes of Chainsaw Man to do with Brandon. At least most of the episode is him just explaining what happens in the episode, so I don't have to anger too many people with that. You have so many Chainsaw memes you can't show off because Blaine isn't far enough. Wait, I'm on 50, right? Like, how much farther do I have to go? Aren't there only like 30 chapters left? Like, last time we talked, I think I was on chapter 40. I just burned 10 today. Cancel Blaine. Do it, I dare you. You're CSM agnostic, so you may or may not hit the like button. I'm going to drink a Dr. Pepper, possibly an agnostic's favorite drink. 27 flavors, baby! I don't know what they are, but I don't not know what they are. How do you cancel someone? That's a good question. You're still behind? I was like, cancel Blaine is like 4 lines above where you're telling me that I'm still behind. How fast you want me coming out with this? You want to watch a show where I'm sitting here actually talking to you about anime and news and anime stuff? Or you just sit here and read the chat so Dragon Roost can keep up with everything? 23 flavors. They got rid of 4 of them. I don't follow Dr. Pepper. Apologies to the Dr. Pepper fandom out there. No Pop Culture, you double your subscription to them. That way you make sure you're always there to follow along, to know what they're saying and be able to tell them if you think what they're saying is good or bad. Double that subscription. Don't end it, double it. That's what we do around here. All right, let's get these Boom. Boom. All right. We can finally get rid of the spoiler Gundam. Alexa, relax stream. There we go. Little calming blue for everybody. How's that? How's that? Little calming blue before we go and read this. You can tell Chainsaw Twitter one of Blaine's takes. I keep trying to hashtag the Chainsaw Twitter, but no one's coming at me. I'm like, it's pretty mid. Nobody cares. Because you know what? They're all enjoying Chainsaw Man. So just go enjoy Chainsaw Man. I'll be over here. Not. You record me indiscriminately. I'm not going to say that because she will. She'll do it. She'll do it. She's always listening. She's waiting. She's waiting for a wake-up word. Oh, baby, we've got some news here. Blaine must read the arc after Bomb Devil. It's probably the best one. All right. Thanks for letting me know that the Bomb Devil arc ends. Ass. She already is. No permission necessary. It's a tacit agreement when I bring her into my house and set her up that she is going to listen to everything that I say in order to provide me with the greatest of marketing materials when I go online to purchase items and supplies. All right, anime/game music composer Hidekazu Tanaka arrested for alleged attempted SA. I am going to censor some words because I am on Twitch and on YouTube. This stream will be duplicated onto Rumble. Not that it'll get demonetized or anything, but if I accidentally play some music and it gets blocked, you can find me on Rumble down in the description. Also, the links in the live chat above. That is only an archive for now until I can actually do live streaming on Rumble. Yes, I know, fan site. Crazy that the Idolmaster Cinderella's Girls composer allegedly harassed a teenage girl. SA means super awesome. Not in my language. Not in my language. Couple things to keep in mind as we read through this too. The requirements for the specific charges in another country may not line up exactly to our country. So we need to keep that in mind as we go through this. The other thing to keep in mind is that Japan is very, very good at getting people to admit to them doing something. It is those Japanese police, they'll get you. They'll get you. If they think it's you, they got you. Bing bang boozle, they got you. San Antonio, San Andreas, sudden ambush. How many more essays we got? Essay, your friend. Essay that Michael writes. We got all kinds of essays in chat, I'm sure. Police arrested 35-year-old game and anime composer Hidekazu Tanaka. See if I can link his name to something. Is he... Ooh. Photograph management on Full Metal Panic. Theme song, music, Idolmaster stuff. Plays further than the universe photography manager. He goes around and takes the photos? The hell's a photography manager in anime? Theme song for Uzaki. Oh no. Hey, don't sell America short. We're pretty good at making people confess whether they did it or not. What does a photography manager do in anime? Do they go around to locations and take photos, or manage the people that do that? Is it supposed to be the director of photography? Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay. This might just be a weird way to just write it. Same as Japan and China. It looks like there's gonna be some changes coming up. Changes. They're changing me. Full Metal Panic S1 music is wholesome. I don't skip it. Good. Invisible Victory, apparently written by a forcible indecencer. What? Such a okay. Charge of attempted forcible indecency, a Japanese legal term which includes SA. All right. I'm gonna hide this while I search for this. Japanese forcible indecency law in Tokyo. Oh, is this it? Penal Code 1908. Thank you. Thank you, UN. Violence against women. Penal Code 1908. Penal Code 1908 contains articles on GRAP, forcible indecency, quasi-forcible indecency, quasi-grape, forcible indecency causing death or injury, forcible indecency. A person who, through assault or intimidation, forcibly commits an indecent act upon a male or female, sorry everyone else, of not less than 13 years of age, shall be punished by imprisonment with work for not less than 6 months, but not more than 10 years. That seems like a bit of a low cap for someone who did something like that. The same shall apply to a person who commits an indecent act upon a male or female under 13 years of age. Wait, what? Hold on. Through assault, intimidation, forcibly commits an indecent act. Same shall apply to a person who commits an indecent act. Oh, if it's not forcible. Okay. Okay. Now we got the letter of the law. That is the color of law, baby. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty by me. I guess it's an animation version of Location Scout. They get reference photos. I think it's more they make sure that like the keyframes from scene to scene sort of like line up and flow well with the story they're trying to do. She sold him panties while feeling threatened. I don't know anyone, so yeah, haha, everyone is innocent unless I know them. If you know them, they're not innocent. Nice. NHK reported that Tanaka had allegedly uttered obscene words at a teenage girl and forcibly took her hand at a train station's bicycle parking area in Tokyo's Meguro ward in August. According to police, the girl reported an incident at a nearby neighborhood police outpost. Police then reportedly found footage from the station's security camera of a person following the girl. Tanaka has composed numerous songs and soundtracks for anime and video games during his career, most of it spent at the music production company Monaka. During his 10 years at Monaka, he has composed music for all of these things. He left Monaka at the end of July 2021. He is perhaps best known for composing the first opening song, Star, for the Idol Master Cinderella Girls anime, as well as composing the anime soundtrack. He also composed and arranged many of the songs in the larger The Idol Master Cinderella Girls franchise. More recently, he is credited with the composer for the second and fourth versions of the opening song, 1, 2, 3, for Pokemon Journeys, the series anime, and composed the opening song, Ichigo Ichie Celebration, for the second season of Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. Okay. Well, I'd be curious if we could ever get to see this video. But the current allegations are that he uttered obscene words and forcibly took her hand at a train station's bicycle parking area. So that's and they're 35 and the other person is under 13. This is a no time. Don't touch other people. Why they do that? Why would they do that? What in the world? Were they drunk out their mind? What truly could lead to something like this? What about Kevin Spacey? He's innocent. You've made up your determination. Yeah, he's got no accusers. There's no one. There's no plaintiff in the matter. There is no plaintiff to accuse Kevin Spacey. Oh. Spacey came out of the closet after dying. He did something to a chick. Big wall vibes. Yeah. Yeah. How... Train stations in Japan are very busy locations. You don't just like run into someone there and have like an altercation or something. So who are you? Where were you before? Why are you there now? Did you get off the train together? Were you getting on a train together? Were you getting to a train and then all of a sudden the other person didn't want to get on the train? Don't pay the troll toll. Don't go near the young girl hole. Even if you pay the troll toll, you don't get to go near the hole. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. No, 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 no. Do no.
Oh no!
Exactly. Joseph gets me. I just had to find him. He was sitting here somewhere.
Oh no!
Don't do that. Oh man. All right. Last little thing I want to do for this evening, because I actually have an earlier day tomorrow, is I want to just take a quick peek at decade flashback. I want to go back. Let's go to 2012, because everybody's talking. We're all like, you know what? This is the best season we've seen in a long time. We like them 18, sober, have a good relationship with their fathers. Is that a song? Because that sounds like lyrics when I saw it. If he is an alien, would it be okay? No. No. We as humans have decided that there's a certain age of competence to make certain decisions in our society. And any of our species that are below said age are not allowed to be interacted with in that way, and we will defend them to the fullest extent of the law. That's why we have laws, so that you don't have vigilante dads. that's what laws are for. And so we have decided as a group, as a species, as you know, we have fluctuation here or there. Some say 18, some say 17, some think it should be closer to 2021. But we as a species protect our young ones. We say, you know what? I know Michael's got some goofy thoughts in his head, but he is our future, so I'm gonna protect that little goofy head of his. I'm gonna make sure that he gets to grow up and get past this current phase he is in his life. And so we've created laws and rules around that, because if we don't have these laws and rules, we got a lot of vigilante dads, is what I'm gonna say. Shit. Hey, I'll protect you. Don't worry. I'm here for you, buddy. Dad and his shotgun would like to have a talk with you. Treat all women with respect. What you give is what you get. Treat all women with respect, I say. Respect that women. Also, respect the men, too. Just mutual respect. Don't touch people. Don't yell at people. I will say, if it was just an indecent comment at like some passing by child and he was drunk, not a big deal. It's words. Will the kid be like scarred and like scared or something? It'll make them stronger. They'll grow up. It's the physical that like the imposing, the physical, that like intimidation factor. That's where it hits that next line of like, now you're potentially infringing on someone. But like, let's say he's just like laying in the corner, kind of drunk or something, and somebody walks by and he just yells like penis at him, or you know, something. Like, is that an indecent saying? Yes. But is that something you should be like arrested for? Probably not. No. Michael may be sloped, but he doesn't deserve to be cornered by an ugly bastard. We will protect Michael's bunghole from Mr. Spacey and Don Lemon. Don Lemon? What did Don Lemon do? What? Wait. Hold on. Accusation? If I just type in Don Lemon accusation, it was dropped. Assault case dropped by accuser. After deep dive into my memory. What? Oh no. Don Lemon's an empath. He can change people's memories. You're referring to this song by Dottie Dada. It's called Treat All Women with Respect. Good. You think Don Lemon touched his taint and put it in a bartender's mouth? His taint or his finger? Because one of those is insane. Oh, man. There are new people here. It's time for a Steven Universe rant. Oh, baby. Why does Steven Universe look so stupid? Why is it this stupid bubbly ass art style? Why is it this stupid, yay, I can do it kind of a thing? And there's a bunch of fucking rock people that are like, they're not rocks, they're people. At least in the Hoseki no Kuni, the diamond was a diamond. The ruby was a ruby. They were all gems and they were actually rocks. And you were like, wow, this is kind of crazy. They're like mystical rock people that are actually rocks. But then Steven Universe is like, oh, I'm agate. And it's like, no, you're not. You're just a person who calls yourself with a superpower. You're like, I'm Pearl. And it's like, that's just your name, you stupid hooker. Don Lemon's wallet can change people's minds. Probably true. Touched the same with his finger, then fish hooked the Bart. Okay. Unless you have an existing or growing relationship with the other person, you probably shouldn't fish hook anyone in public. Probably not good to do ever. You think I hate something? SU is my first hatred? Nice. Join me. You sound pretty spiteful today. I am having a great day. I watched a lot of shows that were really fun, but it gets my brain juices flowing, and my brain juices feel way more creative in the on the dark side of references than they do on the positivity end. I don't know why that is. Like a very naturally negative person, even though I try to be very positive all the time. ER was right. The gems control everything. You've worked in waste management for 15 years or so. You know how garbage and SU is in. It automatically makes sense because lesbians. Aren't they the same person? Wasn't it like not a thing because they ended up to be like the same entity? That show is just weird. It show's confusing. It don't make no sense. You think the gems were little rocks in SU though? Were they? Because I watched them be rocks in Hoseki no Kuni. I don't remember ever seeing them being rocks in Steven Universe. Barnes represented representative the accuser in Lemon case. There's a stream where he and Viva answered a super chat about and didn't say why dropped. Well, because they all like every time you sign an agreement at the end of one of those negotiations, there's always an NDA on whatever is agreed to. Sometimes there's an NDA on what's not agreed to. So if you're going back and forth in those deliberations with, will you give us this? Will you give us that? Will you give us this? Will you give us that? The back and forth can also be under NDA from time to time. And the lawyer is never going to be the one who breaks that. And the person that just walked away with $2 million is not going to break that NDA either, because it's the material breach is going to be for whatever the amount of the settlement is. So they're just going to throw away all their money just to say Don Lemon gave me $1 million, not say that he put his butthole finger in my mouth. Like, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. My brain juices, yeah. Got my shaking up brain juices. When they were damaged, they turned into rocks. What if someone threw them? What if you threw them at a house? God, there's so many people that I see that just love Steven Universe. I'm like, there's like other media out there, right? Like there's other shows. You don't have to watch that. You can watch something good. You don't have to be stuck with your stupid CalArts, goofy, all bibliop, boobity, dangle, friggin' bubbly eyeball crap. Skip them across the pond. Recently, you're only reading manga instead of watching anything, not even watching Chosen. Well, again, I didn't even stop to say welcome, Parochin. It's always good to see Parochin Baka in the chat. What is the manga you're reading? I'm reading Chainsaw Man. I'm on chapter 50. It's still pretty meh. People that love Steven Universe don't have a father to the point them to better media. All right, I'm gonna pull this up while we can keep ranting about other stuff or talk about what else we're watching. I wanted, because everyone's saying, including myself, this is a stacked season. We have got 15 to 20 shows that are all worth watching in the 2022 fall season. We're all saying stuff like, there's a ton of shows, you gotta watch them, they're great, this is the biggest season we've seen in years, this is the best season we've seen in years. So I thought to myself, we go over what's coming up in next season, we go over stuff that we're dropping from the previous season. What if we take a look a decade back and see what happened? What were we looking at a decade back in the fall? I said in the title, Chainsaw Man was good. I don't believe those were my words. I was very specific. I believe I wrote, Chainsaw Man is amazing. Amazing. Just like Jesse Lee Peterson talking to Cuckazoid. I find it amazing. Blaine has bad taste. Paro, I don't know how many more lies from you I can take. I never lie. I'm always very specific with my wordage. It is amazing that the anime is basically a one-to-one of the manga. It is amazing that so many people like the manga despite how disjointed and non-cohesive the action scenes are. I find it amazing. Amazing. I need to get that as a sound clip so I can have my my JLP ready at the button. You think Blaine put that there to trick fans to watch his stream, Paro? I didn't put it there to trick them. I'm very specific. Amazing, but beta. Beta. Exactly. How many more lies have been told by the council? Blaine says heartfelt constantly while watching Chainsaw Man. I have never said heartfelt without a heavy amount of irony. You quote me on that. Quote me on that. All right. Decade back. So I'm looking at 2012. Oops. Make this like this. 2012. This is going to be the top anime that we would have been watching. You think you heard Blaine say, said 69 for 69 while watching Chainsaw Man? Whoo! You better come up with the tapes. I'm expecting a deep fake of my face on Jack Murphy if you're coming at me with that one. All right. So right off the bat, we had JoJo's Bizarre Adventure popping off with its new beautiful look. We had Psycho Pass, Chunibyo, Pet Girl, My Little Monster, and Magi. Top 5, all of which I've actually seen and indulged in and think that they're good enough that you should watch them. You have the documents? Do I want to know the secrets? What, did you go to Argentina to get those? The manga you're reading, the fairy tale like girl goes on assault, Seishun Sobori Club, and The Dangers of My Heart. Fairy tale like girl goes on assault sounds very fun. Hold on. Fairy tale like girl goes on assault. I need a description. Someone give me a. These are all very short description here. Kagari, an ephemeral beauty, reunites with her older childhood friend Nanakun and begins her romantic assault on him. I had a little less assault than I was hoping for. Did not like Dangers of Your Heart. This chat is dead. It's skulls, not dead. Concept is good, but it wasn't fun. Okay. Okay, From the New World, that one I did not watch. K was pretty fun. Batum, I did not watch, but I heard a lot about. Nekomonogatari, you know it if you know it. Kami-sama Kiss came out in 2012. There's our romance popping out. 3.0, we could do without. Look how short oh wait, no, there we go. We got Girls in Panzer, Little Busters, Oni Eye, Inferno Cop. Okay, one of the greatest shows of all time came out a decade ago. I can get behind that. We had a season of Gintama, Psychopaths, Shinsekai Yori, Magi's first season, and JoJo. Yeah. Yeah, this was... When an old taku tells you fall season is always stacked, this is what they're talking about. Is this a zombie? Yes. It's a little OVA. Oh, I should turn off OVAs. Let's just look at let's just look at TV and ONA. Yeah, we'll just do those two. Bakuman, Hayate. Hayate is one that I thought was fun, but it just wasn't fun enough, you know? You run into a show and you're watching it and you're like, I like this show. This show's kind of fun. But I wish it was a little more. Like, I just wish I had a little more interest in it, a little more action or a little more of, you know, something. I don't know. It's just sometimes the show just doesn't hit you. The hell is shitcom? It's a funny Medaka Box Abnormal. Ixion Saga. That's a funny name. Anyway, that was quick. Same thoughts about Hayate for you? It's weird. You're like, I really like this Butler show. I wanna enjoy this Butler show, and then you're like, I'm kind of bored with this Butler show. Wait, is that Chainsaw Maid? No, it's littering. Wait, which one did you think was Chainsaw Maid? Hold on, let me look through this. Was the glittering one not littering? It's Aikatsu. Maybe. Is this the one you were looking at? The stop motion. Oh, this one? No littering? I guess it ain't easy to keep an original concept going. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you either have to have a very clear destination and an idea of like the paths you're going to take to get there. And I think for a lot of stories, it's cut, cut, cut. Like, you're going to want to do this, do that, do this, do that. Maybe you should slow down. 2012 was a great year. We had the Euro 2012 and so much great anime. And this was just fall. So all we looked at just now was just the fall season from 2012. And even back then, we still had just a ton of good shows popping off in fall. And then if I go to winter, it's going to be like, what do we got? Another High School DxD, Nisa Monogatari. Not bad. Lagrange, The Flowers of Rin-ne. But not nearly the kind of heavy hitters that you see in the fall season. Why is the anime fall season so good? Chainsaw Maid went pretty hard. 2022, 2022, 2022. Nope, just a bunch of little the fall 2022 season is going to be the greatest anime of all time. Meanwhile, last year gave us Ranking of Kings, one of the greatest shows of all time. Ranking of Kings is so good. Why is this so, it like just really cuts off that entire light? Maybe I need to tilt this one. Ugh. Come this. It's too much? Is that good? Did that white balance well? You remember feeling like you had expanded your vocabulary in Japanese after finishing Angel Beats? Does that piano line still get you? It gets me. When you hear that. Bum, 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 bum. Just, ooh. Shivers. Love that. Love that show. No, now it's too long. Gosh. It's my life. Always slightly adjusting things, putting them into a worse state and then adjusting them back to a better state. Ending up where I was previously. Bleh. Bleh! Anyway. What else we got today? Angel Beats, that's one you've seen. You think fall season is good because the time the anime to be watched as kids come home from school, causing higher sales. I don't know. When is, because Golden Week is in August, right? No, it's in April. What's the one in August? Obon. Obon's in August. Japanese work holidays. Finally, someone to discuss Angel Beats with. Oh, we could chat all day long. Let's see, public holidays. What about ones that actually shut down? May, August, the Obon, not a public holiday. Got it. National holidays, August 11th. Mountain Day. What the heck is that? What is Ranking of Kings? Another panty etchy? Oh my goodness. I understand how you think that might be a show I'd be into. Surprise! This is Ranking of Kings. This little guy is Prince Bochi. Or Boji, I guess is 2 J's, but it sounds like Bochi in the dub. And our little Prince Bochi here is deaf. He has to sign. And he speaks like he has no voice at all. Or no, he's not deaf. He just can't speak. He can hear though. Right? Am I forgetting this? I know he can't speak, so he signs. But he can read lips, I think. I don't remember. I'm forgetting exactly what it is. I know that he can talk to his little shadow friend. And this show is adorable and cute. And it's all about him becoming the greatest king of the land. That is That is the show. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen Ranking of Kings, highly, highly recommend. It is what, 12 episodes? 12 episodes of anime that are just absolutely fantastic. I don't think there might be a couple like comedic boob jokes, but I don't think that there's anything that's really too. Do you remember any like pervy jokes in Ranking of Kings?
No, I don't think so. Boji's so innocent and adorable.
Well, yeah, but it's that sort of like that comic cartoon thing where you like, I'm the bearded lady, bwong. Like I could see a joke like that coming up,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think there was though.
No, not at all. All right, you can watch it, Alex Moore. It'll be good. Your animal boyfriend celebrates Golden Week. Well, that's good for them. I don't know. I don't know what an animal BF is. Could be from a video game. Maybe it's a person that's an otherkin. Maybe they wear a collar.
I mean, there were a bunch of furries down at.
Oh, there were a ton of furries at the Halloween thing at the little outdoor mall next to us.
Yeah.
Was not expecting that. We like went out to do some shopping at this little like outdoor mall near us, and it was like this big Halloween festival, and like all the businesses were handing out candy, and just like there were like 10 Nezuko's running around. Like it was really funny. But then there was like this little pack of furries, I guess you'd call them. 6 of them or so.
Yeah,
Just like 5 or 6 like hanging out just right next to the store, taking pictures. Very strange. Fanside, are you a furry? I'll get an answer for you. Oh, geez. Why did my my chat just suddenly pop up? No. Yes, the opening and final notes of Angel Beats will always be in your heart, as well as the theme song playing Yui's episode and the final episode. Do you remember the ending animation that episode? My favorite to this day is still the band episode. That is my favorite one. So good. Cute kids doing cool things. Fall anime goes from October to December holiday season. Ranking of Kings is wholesome and deep. It's Usagi drop and Kotaru lives alone type stuff. Yep. Is he mute or deaf? Very important distinction, Blainer. Thank you. I don't remember. I think he is mute and deaf. And he can read lips, and then also he's got sign language. You'll add it. Perfect. Now we have positive bots. Jiminire, why does it feel like you're casting shade by spelling his name wrong? No, my name has been spelled wrong many times at this point. Blaine talking to a 3D woman. Blaine, that's inappropriate for my audience. That's my waifu. You can't tell me not to talk to her. She came in and was confused why I was trying to think of anything perverted in Ranking of Kings. Gross. It's an app. Okay. Got it. Unfortunately, you don't. I didn't have my flamer. Don't worry, Paro. She's just the lady Blaine rented from Fiverr. Is that where you get models now? Are they not just you don't just go to Model Mayhem anymore? Is that not the place that you go? Are they cheaper on Fiverr? Yeah, we're called FB season, so I'm going to have Clemson Furries customers soon. Ooh. Right. I'm surprised you know about Otherkin. You've never even realized furries are a real thing outside the internet, much less Therians and Otherkin. You're surprised that I know about Otherkin? I don't know random memes here and there that chat throws at me when they're like, you're not forgetting it till you fix the damn door. The PS3 has no games. God, goodness, I am I have been places on the internet. I have seen the depths of humanity. I am well aware of the capabilities therein. Site, what is Anal BF game code for? Tell us. You do have an old school pony persona. Oh man, fan site, that's not helping your case. It's true, it is not helping your case. You were not expecting. What is this? What did you send? Why is it every time I open up a link from chat, it comes up as studio.youtube.com?
Physical, I am a wolf.
Oh, I've seen this one.
A leopard. On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
On all levels except physical, I'm a wolf. You just spoke. You just communicated with human language. I think there's another level in which you're not a wolf. Friend. Oh, man. It's from a whole ass documentary. Poor Paru. May your country never experience the full menace of furries like Blaine's home state. Is it worse that I saw furries or I felt like I recognized them from the last convention I was at, where they go at the Washington State Convention Center, where they always hold the Comic-Cons, the anime conventions, the video game conventions. The last day, we have this big kind of glass overpass type thing that goes from building to building, footbridge up there, but it's like a big room, part of the convention hall. The furries all gather in there with their like looking for a room or join me in room signs. And it's like, yep, it's the same one. Like, yep, I've seen that rainbow fox before. You don't forget a rainbow fox. Stupid freaky fox. I need to see this whole ass documentary. Bro really said poor. Do you have furries in Ukraine? Or do you send them to the front lines? Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. You tell people that we already have aliens among us. They're on TikTok. I remember the first time I saw a dragon folk, like the kind that actually had like a ton of money to like completely redo like their face, like cut open their nose so that their like nostrils went straight in, got their ears removed. Like those were crazy back in the day. Cause like my cousin always wanted to really do more. Like my cousin was like the Gage Deer tattoos, piercings everywhere else kind of guy, and he was always into that body mod stuff, and he would be like, look at this, and it was like some crazy dragon scale attachment dude, and it was like, ugh, why would you do that? Don't touch that lizard, get away from it, man. If you run a convention, you're being bigoted against furries. I think they all are, but there's like conventions take place in either hotels or convention halls, and there's always like a public place before you get to the badge entry location. So like there's always a place just outside of your domain that the furries will gather and pass around their room keys. So do whatever you can to push them as far into the gutter as you can, but be careful. They'll always find a way in. Why isn't there a real child who was raised by wolves though, and he's feral? He escaped from a hospital when humans tried to like help him. Are you talking about the founding of Rome, Romulus and Remus? are we talking about that, or you got something more modern? Because that would be cool. Have I told your same hotel Trek furry convention story? It was hilarious. You have not. We need to get you on a stream or into Discord and tell us the story. Yes, you did, but not in the financial sense. The fatter they are, the more bullets they absorb. Oh, no, we all know that furries have an interior layer of semen-lined body armor inside of their fursuits. Just a bunch of sweat and dried yum. Yif juices. Oh. Furries catch those suicide drones like a frisbee. You've heard the term churn? Churn? I don't know why I want to make that first one a ch sound, but I do in Russian before, but you've never seen one or heard of a furry convention in Ukraine. But I mean, we're not rugged individualists. Red, we have a sense of shame. And just 3 decades ago, we were under the Iron Curtain, so who knows if there's actually a large amount of closeted furries. How do I pronounce this?
Furry.
No, that's not. I want to know how to pronounce the Russian one. Dried young. Oh, I was trying to say yif and cum at the same time. If they're literally in the gutter, that's okay. It's where they belong. Gijin Global, Gijin.jp. Oh, is this your game? Got it. Apparently some Spaniard in 1946 was raised by wolves for 12 years. You blame the CIA and LSD for the furry epidemic. Probably smart. Bruh, it's the same English word furry in Russian letters pronounced foodie. What? Come on, I wanted it to be like a different word. Like, that's hilarious. It's pronounced the same way, but it looks like fippin, chippin. I don't know. I don't even know what I want it to look like, but I can't believe that's the same pronunciation there. Foodie cootie. Yeah, just like the anime. All right, feral child raised by wolves. Oksana Malaya in Ukraine. Cheeky breaky. They didn't know what it was until we brought that plague to their lands. Hold on, look at this. Oksana Malaya, Ukraine, 1991. Beautiful and disturbing at the same time. The images in Julia Fullerton Batten's latest project have a dreamlike fairy tale quality, yet the lives they portray are real. There are 2 different scenarios. One where the child ended up in the forest, another where the child was actually at home. So neglected and abused they found more comfort from animals than humans. The photographer tells BBC Culture. The image recreates the case of Ukrainian girl Oksana Malaya. According to Fullerton Batten, Oksana was found living with dogs in a kennel in 1991. She was 8 years old and had lived with the dogs for 6 years. Her parents were alcoholics, and one night they had left her outside looking for warmth. The 3-year-old crawled into the farm kennel and curled up with the mongrel dogs, an act that probably saved her life. She ran on all fours, panted, and with her tongue out, bared her teeth, and barked. Because of her lack of human interaction, she only knew the words yes and no. Oksana now lives in a clinic in Odessa, working with the hospital's farm animals. Next one is India. It's not like Tarzan, says Fullerton Batten. Can't believe that there was a Ukrainian wolf girl. What is this? BBC article? You heard Gora say cheeky bricky. Something nobody realizes about Russian is that most words are taken from other languages. Oh, like loan words. That's true in Japan too. Like Japanese, zubon for pants is actually a French word, zubon for pants. And then they also stole all of our words for food, like omelet, omuletto, pancakey, a ton of stuff. There's a TikTok channel that my wife keeps sending me little snips of, where it's this like Japanese tutor like talking to herself as though she were the tutor and the student kind of a thing, whatever the TikTok trends are. And she's always doing like the words that are the same in English and Japanese. Very funny. Hey, it was the Soviet Union. Ukraine got independent in 1991. Oh, right. So this happened to her during the Soviet Union, and then when they got independent was when it happened. You mean I was born when the Soviet Union still owned Ukraine? That's crazy. Time is not as long as you think it is. Have you heard the Japanese word for fellatio? Fellatio. Thanks, Flashgits. I haven't. The Russian word for couch, for example, is from French. Sofa. I forget what the French word for couch is. How would I ever need to remember that word? Indian kid bonded with dogs in the 70s. Girl with no name. Oh, this one's terrifyingly sad. Marina Chapman, Colombia. Monkeys were giving her food. She had to learn to survive. She had the ability and common sense. She copied their behavior and became used to her, pulling lice out of her hair and treating her like a monkey. Chapman now lives in Yorkshire with a husband and 2 daughters. Well, it's a good thing she found someone who liked the monkey style, I guess. John Sabunya, Uganda, 1991. Hello. Oh, man. It's a good thing I've been streaming for a while and I can say weird stuff like this. Medina, Russia, 2013. Another feral child. Why are there so many feral children? Fiji, Sujit Kumar. This one looks a little less feral. Come on. Ivan Mishkov, Russia. This guy's trying. He's like, I just like dogs better than people. Ow. Ow. That hurt. Computer is an example of a loan word from English. Nice. Loan. Oh, divan is couch. Didn't expect you would read the full article. You best believe I read articles around here. It's more interesting when I get farther into it. I want to see this Otherkin documentary. These sound like isekai plots. They might as well be. Oh, this is 40 minutes. Do we want to watch a documentary about Otherkin or call it a night? Literally, reality is stranger than fiction. Yep, because parents suck and fairy tales. Blaine likes reading for some odd reason. You know what it is, honestly? I grew up in the era when everything online was a joke, was a troll, was a lie. When nothing was like true, when no one expected anything online to be true. And I remember entire like articles where you would have like a headline and then the article would be that like fake Latin text, lorem ipsum do blah, like all that stuff, just to create articles to like throw people off and make them have some fun. So I read the articles because sometimes you're like, oh, that's an interesting headline. What if I read into it? And it's like, so-and-so demands that their life's work be preserved in gluten-free allergen. And then like you read it and it's like they just want an epoxy resin casting of something they made. And it's like, that's not as drastic as this made it seem. So I like to read it just to know that on some level, yes, what I'm getting in the headline is actually what is being presented in the article down below. So I will dive into it a little bit for that reason. We do a little bit of reading from time to time. Today was a heavy reader. We read about that Idol Masters, past 2 hours, sexual assault, not conviction, what is it called? Allegations in Japan. The composer of Idol Master. And then we read that stuff about other kin and stuff. Documentaries are generally extensive, yes. But it's other kin. Like, how long? Why would I assume that one would be a long one? Call it a night. I want my brain cells intact. I've already exited out of it. I'm with you there. Not Lorem Ipsum. No. I knew a nerd who had the whole thing memorized because it's like a short paragraph or something if I remember. Same Gemini. Neopets started off fun, then idiots started whining about kids going on. That is true. Allegedly. Don't forget to say allegedly. I'll remember that. Then it got sold to corpos. Yep. You hate reading. That's why you dislike chat. But I'm here to read the chat to you, Dragon Ruse. That's why you like it. Also, we talked about 2012. That is true. So here's how old I am. In my elementary computer class, because we just had computer class, we learned web programming with Neopets. Because in Neopets, you could create a store, and then your store would have an HTML backend that you had full control over to make it do all kinds of stuff. And so we learned how to program in HTML with Neopets when I was a kid. That's who I am. That's my age group. That was my 5th or 6th grade. Skyfall came out in 2012. Nice. All right, well, thank you all for coming into the largest nightly anime stream that you're gonna ever find on YouTube, and we are only growing. Good to see you, Parachimbaka. Stay safe in the Ukraine. Everyone else, Geminire, Serranos, fan site, Alex Moore, Dragon Ruse, Geminire, and of course Mike, who is passed out, and anyone else that I have forgotten in this nightly go over. I think Salty Texas jumped in for a bit. Always good to hang out with you. Always good to have a chat. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll catch you next time. Kampai.